Hi guys, welcome on today's video. This one regarding water pressure. So do you find that your pressure cold mains in your house is a bit slow? Sink tap not as fast as it should be and takes a little while to fill the kettle up and so on. So there's quite a few things we can do to look into this problem, but before I do that I will just show you something that happened to my sister. I'll be very quick, I won't take long. I'll just go to a quick drawing to show you, in case this has happened to you. So my sister, she lived here on this hill. There's a road going through the top there and down here, and 3 houses. She lived at the last one, and she rang me up one day to say that her shower was no longer working. There wasn't enough pressure to make it actually function, because it was one of those mains operated showers, you know, type, I mean, needed water pressure to make it work. And sure enough, when I got round there, I took the pipe off to the shower just to make sure there was nothing wrong with the valve or anything like that, and very slow, not enough certainly to activate a mains pressure shower. And I went out first of all, checked the main stopcock outside was full on, the main stopcock inside was full on, and yep, they certainly was. And that's when I twigged. I finally realised what had happened. I was driving home actually, and I remember my sister telling me that a new housing estate had just been built down the bottom of a road down here, and people had all moved in recently. In fact, about a week ago, when the pressure problem started. And of course that's when I realised these houses in this estate, which was quite a few, was taking the pressure. The pipe had been dropped from the main road up the top here, which always ended up finished here, you see. And she said that they'd dug from her house right the way down, and I knew then that this properties down the bottom here, this housing estate of about 50 houses, had robbed the pressure. And the same was happening to her neighbours next door. But if you've had new houses built close to you and you realise your pressure's dropped, it's something to think about. You can get the water company around, check the pressure in your house to make sure, because you should always be getting between 1.5 to 3 bars at least. So it's something to look out for. So, as I've just mentioned when we were looking at the drawing there, things to check yourself. The main stopcock, okay, wherever it is in your house, make sure it's fully turned on. A lot of times it's clamped down and just opened a small way to slow the flow down in the house. There may have been a water hammer or anything else going on at one time or another, and because of that, the pressure of water, the flow, we call it pressure, but really it's the flow force, has been slowed down. So just check that is fully on, and if that's okay and you know where your main stopcock is out the front and you want to have a check, you can lift that up as well. There'll be a box on the pavement, and just put your hand down and see if that is fully on also. They normally are fully on. They're usually never shut down at all, but it's just something to go over just so you know it's okay. So you know they're okay, you know you've not had any houses built recently next door, like my sister down the hill, a big estate that's robbing your pressure. So what else we're going to look at now? Well, there is something else that can be happening. You may not know nothing about it, and that is you may have an underground burst that's running, and it's underground, so you won't see anything, but it could be between your stopcock and your house. And if you're not on a water meter, you probably wouldn't know about it. You would if you are on a water meter, because you'd get a massive bill and you should know you had one. But this used to happen up in Grays and a lot in Kent. There are no water meters up there, not where I lived then. And if you're not on a water meter, you could be having a leak and not knowing about it. But one way to find out if you have is to wait till late evening, after say 10, 11 o'clock, when everybody stopped drawing water off, and you do this. It sounds mad, but look at this. So I know this seems absolutely bonkers, but what you do is you listen, put your ear to the tap, right on it, and just listen. Late at night, when everything's quieting down, no one's pulling water off much anymore, if you've got an underground burst, you will hear the noise on that pipe. And it can be this one, it could be a bathroom, as long as it's on the main, but usually the cold tap on the sink is best, because it's closer to where it exits the building. You'll hear it, you'll hear a noise, and if you have, then you've got an underground leak. Oh dear. Okay, lastly, things to look for, that there's not been any other stopcocks added anywhere that are closed down, or isolation valves quite often are kind of stuck on somewhere that you don't know, and they're kind of partially closed over, so again they're restricting water to your tap. And I know also my upstairs taps aren't very fast and the hot water, and some of the times they're cold up in the bathroom. Well, that could be because you've got a tank fed system. If you've got an F&E system, you've got a roof tank up in the loft that not only does the hot water but does the cold water in the bathroom. That will, I'm afraid, always be slow. Okay, it will never be as fast as the mains pressure from the cold tap in the kitchen. Alright, but if you've got a combi, obviously you've got no problem. But that's it, it's just a little tip for me, something to look out for, something I was asked about, and I've just given you my experiences, what I've had over the last 50 years of problems with pressure falling away. Okay, that's about it though. All my stuff, you know where to go, usual place, Derek 33. Thanks for watching guys, bye bye.